Now that our reel is full of line, we're going to do a couple of things that are going to make our fishing experience even better again. When spooling up, people use a lot of different types of lines. Here we've used a line specifically for these reels, so we actually know how much line's gone on, but in a lot of cases you don't. And then you've also got the issue of some people using 50-pound line, 60-pound line, 80-pound line, even 150-pound line, depending on the fishing situation they're in. So we can actually use a function in the reel that will tell us how much of the actual line, regardless of the diameter that we're using, we've got on the reel. And that also will give us a much more accurate depth range when we're looking at the screen to see how deep we are, or if we're looking at the screen to try to judge the depth of a school of fish that may have come up on a sounder reading or something like that. So holding the line in my hand, I've got a full spool as if I was about to fish. What I'm going to do is select a mode on the reel, which is in this particular situation, 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes of the button. I've got a little number 2 on the screen there in a little circle, which is, it's called a spooling mode 2. There's a couple of different modes in there for spooling, specifically for when you know the exact amount of line, but as I was saying, most of the time and in most situations we're guessing at best. So this is the better way to do it, the more accurate way to do it. In that mode, and it makes it a lot easier, I might add at this point, that using coloured line, where you do have a colour change every 5 metres, 10 metres, whatever it might be, meaning I can count that line off very, very easily. If you're not using a coloured line, you will need to use some sort of line counter or a spacer, metre long spacer to do it. It's going to be a little bit time consuming to do it, but it'll be worth it in the end. I'm now going to disengage the clutch on the reel, and I'm going to strip off 50 metres of line by counting the colours. Okay, I've got my 50 metres of line, or 5 colours in this particular situation, clear off the reel. I'm now going to hit that reset button. I'm going to hold it down for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and I've reset now to 0. And now I'm actually going to strip another 50 off the reel. Right, on my screen it now says 51.1 metres. So that's not too bad, that's pretty accurate as far as the 50 metres I pulled off via the colour. I am now going to hold that reset button down again for 2 seconds. 1, 2, release. I've now got a 0 reading. Now the computer or the IC module inside this reel now knows that the 100 metres I've pulled off this reel is in fact 100 metres of line. Therefore, if I drop 200, 250, 500 metres of line over the side, it's going to know, regardless of the thickness of this line, that according to that 100, that's how much line I've got out.